From Charlie Jordan Field and Shiloh Community Stadium on the campus of Shiloh High School, welcome to UPSL Georgia Conference in the Premier Division, the Fall 2024 season. It is match day last. It is match last to decide it all when it comes to the playoff seedings, positioning, all the things tonight here after a bit of a late start because I don't know if you know this, but traffic in and around the Atlanta area sometimes, especially around rush hour, can be a little chaotic. Alongside Madison Cruz, I'm John Nelson. It is Kalonji Pro Profile coming in with a record of 11-0-1, going up against Dalton United right now 1-2. Dalton United coming in with a record of 9-3. Maddie, what are you looking for in this one?
It's fun. This is going to decide who's the number one, number two seeding in at UPSL. Both of these teams have had a stellar season in 2024. It's two really, really good teams going up against each other. They're fighting for the number one spot.
There's a take a peek at your Dalton United lineup. Kiko Rodriguez, the man in charge. John Geardis will be in net. Traditionally a 3-5-2, 5-3-2 look from Dalton United. At the back, it is Frank Herrera, Christopher Lopez, and it is Brendan Saldana. And there's a peek at how it broke out last time. Neri Martinez and Hernan Saldana on the edges. Midfield three, Jonathan Sanchez, Jurgen Ramirez wearing the captain's armband, and Kobe Perez up top the two. It is Francisco Medina and Damian Rodriguez. And we will learn the Kalonji lineup as we go. Take a peek at Bruno Kalonji. What do you see here, Maddie?
Seeing a lot of really, really fun new faces in the Kalonji Profile lineup. You got in goal Lionel Saku. Up there, protecting the net is going to be Alex Najama and Kamani Irving. Then on the left, you got Grant Carr. On the right, you got Lamech Phillip. Then in the midfield, you got Kofi Tumasi. You got Mohamed Diakite. And then you got Kareem Tamimi, Anthony Sumo, and Wilfred Camden up top as we are underway here at Shiloh High School. Able to find a player up top, and Kalonji on the break. Finds Tamimi. Sumo driving forward. Comes into the box, looks for it, and it will go out, will be a corner. Kareem Tamimi, he doesn't just sit up top. He floats back into the midfield. He's not afraid to be all over the pitch, as we're seeing right now. Tamimi with a great ball up top to Sumo. Sumo, another opportunity, gets tripped up, and it will roll out.
Jonathan Sanchez, long throw toward the edge of the six. A lot of distance on that, headed once and twice off the crossbar. Chances there for Dalton, cleared away, and finally out.
Will be Tony Tiente.
Double nickel. You can't miss Tony Tiente anywhere. No matter what league, what location, he's always 55.
Outswinger. Falls, looking for the long-range shot, and it just goes wide. Sumo with the turn, finds Phillip. Phillip, able to skip through, able to hold on. Phillip finds Tamimi, looks for the ball, and it will go right into the hands of Dalton. Able to get it out of the 18.
Long throw, Jonathan Sanchez up against that light gray line. That's the one that you're looking for the big volley from Kobe Perez. Why not? By much.
Sumo coming forward. He's tripped up, and it will be a PK.
Jonathan Sanchez thought that he had the inside shoulder and had defended it well, and now it's going to be the opportunity here for Kalonji. Sumo on the run. You see the angle taken by Sanchez. So it looks like it's going to be Sumo that's going to want to finish the deal here. Late in the 30th minute.
Anthony Sumo trying to tie the Golden Boot race. Currently tied with 2. He has 13 goals on the season, trying to make it 14. Sumo steps up, looks for it, and it's saved!
I'll show it to you right now. But once again, Sumo being a lefty, he wanted to push it through with the left, go into the far post. Geared has had it guessed correctly.
It is cleared by Dalton, but it falls right back to KSA. Tamimi. Sumo. Phillip. Looks for the long-range shot. Camden on the left. Cutting in. Able to skip past defenders. Looks for Tiente. Tiente feeds it back out to the top. Looks for the shot, and it just goes wide.
90 degrees away from where it was supposed to, and it was Sumo right in the middle of the park. Popped that left boot up and sent the ball a different direction, and ends up being a goal kick for Dalton United instead of being in the back of the net for Kalonji. Still goalless halfway through the 36th. Frere now up the right-hand side. Give and go. Frere with the go shot, saved by Saku.
Connects to Sumo on the right. Sumo looks for the shot. It's deflected. Still there. Ref says no foul, as it will go out.
Kalonji again.
Tamimi. On the right, looks for the through ball, able to connect to Sumo. Sumo looks for the cross, coming in, and it's in! None other than Kareem Tamimi earns his 6th goal with Kalonji Pro Profile from a beautiful cross from Sumo to connect as he goes and celebrates with the crowd. Just beautiful cross in to connect to Tamimi.
Nice vision by Sumo to see Tamimi had split the two defenders right down the middle.
Tamimi. Tumasi. One touch, brings it in. Tamimi looks for the shot and save Dalton. Another save, Dalton. Comes forward, tries to steal it, and it's cleared.
Ramirez, so Jurgen Ramirez, instead of it being an outswinger with the right by Rodriguez, looks like it's going to be an in-swinger with the left for the late chance here by Jurgen Ramirez. Both hands in the air, in-swinger looking far post, up and over everybody, headed, but right on to Saku by Saldana. And now that we're north of the 2 minutes, Saku is going to kind of hang on to it, and that will do it for the first 45 and 45 plus 2. It ends up with the one moment on the board. Kalonji with the lead. They just need 1 point on the day. And here we go, getting you ready for the second 45. Maddie, take it away. A couple of quick one touches, trying to get a break going. Tamimi up the right-hand side.
On the break, Sumo. Sumo driving forward, trying to beat it, and it goes wide.
Jurgen Ramirez, stolen away.
Sumo coming in, goes off the crossbar, still loose. It did not go into the goal.
Hard luck by Sumo. That hit every piece. Let's take another look. Toward the end of the play. All right, here's Tamimi with the chance. Once again, where does this go? This goes off the underside, and the spin kicks it. 2 headers in a row settled down by Kalonji, and they'll rework it from right to left. Irving the long ball, and he's trying to find Sumo, who's in a bit of a hand joust, and in! Hand fighting with Sumo and Hernan Saldana. And the straight strength of Sumo gets that one on the board. 14 on the season, 2-0 on the night.
Irving, a great ball up top to Sumo. Sumo in an arm wrestling match is able to get the one touch on the left. Tiente. Finds Sumo again under a lot of pressure, able to come away with it. Sumo once again looks for the shot, and it's in! Anthony Sumo in less than 2 minutes ties up the Golden Boot race.
Let's take another look at it. Double teamed, gets out of trouble, finds Sumo and just swats at it with the left. With 34 minutes or so on the clock, Lopez tries to go from distance, peeling away. Waiting for yet another sub to come in for Kalonji here with 30 minutes to go. We'll let you know what that is when that happens. Nice one hopper, and the pounce was just too big for Frank Herrera. Dalton has not made any substitutions yet. Nice volley idea, just misses it wide to the near post. Ramirez looking into the middle to Samuel Frere. Frere, nicely done behind the defense. Let's see what Frank Herrera can do. Cuts it to his right and just misses the upper 90 in the far post. Frank Herrera with the chance.
Putting a lot of pressure. This ball comes over the top. It's Sumo. Sumo, jersey grab, still able to come through. Sumo, and there it is! Anthony Sumo, your 2024 Golden Boot winner. 3 goals was all he needed to secure it. Tied it up in less than 2 minutes at the beginning, and now he has the Golden Boot in his grasp.
Long ball over the top. Once again, the jousting back and forth with Saldana. Kalonji settles it down, middle of the park. Poked away, and once again, here comes Jurgen Ramirez with a chance. Shot and a save, and pounced on it. Nicely done there. Chance was there for Dalton United. First goal of the night. Up and over the top once again. Scoop. Geertis was there, saved it, and it goes just wide of the far post. See what happens. Hit a couple of defenders. Turn, fire, kick, save. Geertis. Second chance. Hit defenders instead. Cleared away by Dalton United. Did it 4 with that. Corner. Knocked away edge of the 6. Looking far post and in. Are you serious? Blake White. Blake White with the beautiful curve on it. You got to take another look at this one.
Whew.
Headed down, cleared away outside the 18, and I think that's what we call a cross shot. Francisco Medina, late 83rd minute, down 5. Jurgen Ramirez poked away. Here comes Kalonji.
What a ball. Tumasi. Tumasi with the shot. Gonna go right in between.
Francisco Medina. Looking for Arellano, and here it comes once again. Step over, and Geertis was there to make the big save. Sumo chasing after a 4th. Had the step over. Geertis did not move from his position, but here's another chance for Kalonji. And this was a foul right outside the edge of the 18. Geertis directing a little traffic on the ground and wide of the far post. Kalonji's best national result, 3rd, and they're chasing to match, if not better, that here. Winning the 3rd place game. And then we're just going to have the 1 added minute.
as Kalonji's just going to play keep away for these last few seconds.
So I have my laundry list for you, and that will do it.
All right, our first guest of the night scored the first goal in the 43rd minute, Kareem Tamimi. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Hasn't been too long.
Yeah.
We saw each other a little bit ago with Atlanta United too. Back again, scoring the first goal. What did you see in that moment? Anthony Sumo on the right, just driving in. What did you see in that moment?
So every time when Anthony is on 1v1, I'm pretty sure 90% is going to pass the guy. And because he's on the sideline, I always make the run, the late run to come on the PK spot. And it's not the first goal I scored like that, and he gave me the assist. And it was an important goal because it was the first half. We were pushing, and it's always important to get the first goal before halftime. And after the second half, we did the job. So that's great.
Joined the team a little bit later in the season, but in your last 4 appearances, you've scored in every single game. What have you done that's made you so impactful in the short amount of time you've been with the team?
I've been with KSA since I came here in America. It's family. I've been practicing with them even if I was at Atlanta sometimes, to always keep touching the goal and keep the connection with the boys. So it's not really hard, I just have to come to practice and recreate the chemistry. I needed 1 or 2 games, to really get in shape as well because I cut for 1 month after my season. And now I'm feeling good. The guys are doing great. We're scoring a lot of goals. And, we just have to keep going.
After the goal, you went over, you celebrated. I know that you do coach for Kalonji. What did it mean to get to celebrate with all of the players that you do coach?
So it was the first time watching me play, and every day I tell them what to do, so when I'm on the field I have to show the example as well. So it was great. I scored. It was a really good moment for them as well to see the adult, how they play and how we want them to play when we're developing them and coaching them. So it was a great moment.
Had to show that you could score, make sure that, what you're teaching them, you also do on the field as well. I like it. But moving forward into the championship, as you guys head into the tournament, what needs to be done in order to keep this ride going, and that way you guys make it to the end?
Now it's a new season starting, playoffs, it's always different. I think our own enemy is just ourselves. We just have to control the momentum to kill the opponent when we can, and to be really efficient in both boxes. That's what we're doing right now. We cannot be overconfident. We have to respect every opponent and just get ready for that.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Kareem, again for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll be right back here on ASMG. Anthony Sumo is going to be joining us next, so stick around. Welcome back. Quick turnaround. We have the hat trick and Golden Boot winner of the fall 2024 season, Anthony Sumo. Congratulations. Very, very important. It was a very tight race. Yep. 15 goals. You needed to tie it, and then you wanted to win it. You win it all. So you get to the 53rd minute. You see that ball played up to you. What's going through your mind?
I was overthinking about this too much. First of all, I want to say thanks to God and His Son, Jesus Christ. But I was overthinking too much, and my coaches and my teammates, they were talking to me and told me, hey, just relax, calm down. I think y'all saw that I missed the penalty. I was just overthinking, but my coach told me calm down, relax. When I saw the ball, all I was focusing was just try to get in the back of the net. So
how difficult is it when you have a situation like that?
It's very
hard.
Have
a PK and you miss it and it gets blocked. Then going into the second half, how do you regain that confidence in yourself to then see a performance like that in the second half?
Teammates and coaches. My teammates and coaches. This supported me this whole season. From the past few years I've been in the club, they've been supporting me. My coach, big thanks to him and the boys around me. So I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that I'm in this situation that I'm in right now.
What does it mean to you to win the Golden Boot race, both personally and also professionally as a player?
As a football player, this is what you play for. Play to win games. First of all, it's helping out the team first. So I remember I had to pass that ball to Kareem so we can get a goal up. Then we start looking for the next goal. So I'm grateful, and it's a very good thing. So I'm happy.
Going forward, I'll ask you the same question I asked Kareem.
Yeah.
Going forward, as you guys head into the tournament, what needs to be done in order to see the same thing we saw tonight on the field in the championship?
Teamwork. We're a family. We're going to work together. Respect every opponent that we go up against, but we're just going to work hard for each other, practice hard, and then we should come up top.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony, for joining us.
Thank
we'll
you so
be
much.
right
Thank
back. I'm going to be joined with Bruno Kalonji, as well as John Nelson. He's going to come back into the booth with me as well. He's up here. He didn't think he's getting back on camera, but he is. So we'll be right back here on ASMG. Okay. We will get Bruno here shortly, but I do have Blake White scored the 5th goal to seal it away for Kalonji Pro Profile in the 5-0 victory over Dalton United. Blake, I have to ask. You get to that corner. You see the ball fall right to your feet. What's going through your mind?
I was halfway in between should I cross, should I shoot. But, I thought I was close enough for the goal. I might as well do it. I had the confidence to do it, and, that's my sweet spot, I think, on the field. So I just thought I might as well shoot it.
Did you think it was going to go in?
Yeah, I had a perfect view of it, and I saw it, curl all the way. And, once it got close enough, I was ready to celebrate.
When you come into a match late into it, trying to get that offense going, you guys are already up a couple goals, but you come in. What is the message from the coaching staff to you?
Just to keep our foot on the gas, don't let up, because, a lot of times, especially in football, the game goes any way. So as soon as you let your foot off that gas pedal, any team can come back. So that's honestly like the main message I will get from the coaching staff as a sub in the second half especially.
It's clear with the way that you guys play on the field, and also hearing from Kareem, from Anthony, how connected this group is. What does it mean to all of you guys to win the regular season trophy here and continuing that on as you head into the tournament?
Well, of course, it means a lot. We're all like family together. We've known each other for years. We play with each other all day. We know each other's family. So it really means a lot because, it's family, friends, teammates, coaches, everybody together. So it really makes it mean that much more.
Thank you, Blake, for joining us as well. We'll be right back here on ASMG. Bruno Kalonji is going to be joining us. John Nelson's also going to be coming back as well, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Madison Cruz. Joined with me is the head coach, Bruno Kalonji. I want to talk about this group. It's clear how connected you guys all are. What has been working for you guys to see that connection, not only on the field, but also off of it?
Yeah, well, it's always difficult. It's a challenge. Every day you have to, work hard to keep that chemistry, because even though there is chemistry, there's also egos and pride, and there's a lot of good players here. There's a lot of players that play professionally in the past. So keeping players on the bench that play professionally is never an easy task, right? And then asking them to come in the second half when it's cold. You saw guys veteran like Junior Sandoval, Joseph Samuel, and all of those guys. So it's not easy. But so we continue to work every day. It's a constant reminder of how grateful we are to be on the field. How grateful we are for this opportunity to have each other, to succeed year after year. So, that's what it is for us.
You guys are up 1-0 going into halftime. What's the message to the squad heading into the second half?
Well, you know what? To be frank with you, having players like Mohamed Yakite, Kofi, Tumasi, and Tony Tiente, Kareem, I can tell you for sure I came with this game knowing that we're going to win the game. So that's just simple as that, because to break that line of midfield, this is not to be cocky, but it's very tough, because those players, they're real players. They play at the higher level, and they can play simple. So I knew that we're going to shut them down in the midfield, and then with the strikers that we have, such as Anthony, Kareem, and those guys, we're gonna be able to do the job. So the question is, can we keep everybody together all the way to the end? If we could, certainly we'll see us advancing further and further. So
on Sunday, going up against FC Birmingham, you've seen them before. What needs to be done to secure a win on Sunday?
I think it's not FC Birmingham. I think we're playing.
Yes, Fountain City.
Fountain City,
Fountain
yes.
City, yes.
Yeah. So we're playing Fountain City. We've seen them before, the same thing. So the guys, that's the first warm-up, like I say, where everybody's together. So they just got to warm up together and have fun in the game. So I think we'll continue to succeed as long as they're having fun and, they're playing together. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much again, Bruno, for taking the time. Congratulations again on being the regular season champs. We'll be right back. Me and John Nelson are going to wrap everything up here on ASMG, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Thank you very much, guys.
Back to Shiloh High School as Kalonji Pro Profile takes home the regular season champs. They take home the trophy in a 5-0 victory over Dalton United FC. They move on. They're the number 1 seed. Madison Cruz, John Nelson, we're here to wrap everything up. A dominating performance from Kalonji Pro Profile tonight. We saw that 5 goals. 1 came from Kareem Tamimi in the first half. Anthony Sumo earns the hat trick, wins the Golden Boot race, and then Blake White at the very end is able to break it down. We're going to look at all the highlights here.
Now, once again, you're seeing the through ball down the right-hand side. That was what worked early on. The cutback cross right there. Slam dunk for Kareem Tamimi made it 1-0 in the 43rd. And it was 1-0 at the break, and I thought it was interesting what you were talking with Bruno Kalonji about, having all of these experienced voices in the room at the half. And it's almost like having 4 or 5 other coaches out there. And the montage of the sumo hat trick here, navigating the Dalton United defense, and that was the second one in the 56. 2 goals in 2 minutes made it 3. And then once again, we saw this all night from Kalonji Pro Profile, working their way down the right-hand side, the long pass over the top, and Anthony gets through the hand fighting, and that gave him the hat trick in the 65th minute that made it 4. And then once again, and did we or did we not have this pegged from Blake White? The cross shot. The cross shot from Blake White that ends up with 5 on the board. But I thought it was really interesting, your conversation with Bruno, where having all of these experienced voices, like a Tony Tiente, like a Kareem Tamimi, like a Kofi Tumasi, like a Diakite, having all of these different voices in there that have been in this kind of a situation before. It was only 1-0 at the break. And remember also, Anthony Sumo misses a PK, and you got to talk to him about that too. And I thought that was pretty vital, just having your teammates around you as that backboard, that base that can help you out, to just have you shake it off, go on to the next. And it turns out that it ends up being the next, and the next. 3 goals in 11 minutes for Sumo to get the hat trick and the golden boot here in the division for 2024. So dominant performance in the second half, 4 goals in 24 minutes, and you end up with a 5-0 win by the time we're done.
It's important, I think. It was very interesting talking to Anthony Sumo about that mentality and that side. When you do miss a PK that early on in the match, and how that can kind of break down for you.
It can weigh on you.
It can weigh on you. And then going into halftime, having those teammates, having Bruno lift you up, be able to give you the confidence, say, you can do this. You can go out there and you can score. And he did. He scored 3 other times to win the golden boot. And just brilliant goals from him, just the confidence that he had to overcome missing that PK, to then come back in and secure the golden boot.
And navigating the defense that's there from Dalton United. Let's talk about Dalton United a little bit tonight.
Absolutely.
And with what Dalton United has brought to the table this season, it was fun for me to see Dalton United, one of the stingiest defenses in the division, to see them tonight. And I think that we mentioned it in the second half. You had the traffic, because remember, this match was supposed to have started a half hour before it did. So traffic, the season catching up with Dalton United, I think that there are, and I know that that they're not going to use any of these as an excuse for tonight, but you mentioned how the season catches up with you, the schedule catches up with you, you're stuck in traffic, you're anticipating, you get that boost of adrenaline, you're getting ready to go, and then you're stuck in traffic, and then you come down, you're having to come back up again, and you navigated it really well in the first 45 minutes, but then I think that it just came through in waves in the second half from Kalonji Pro Profile, and it just weighed you down by the time you were done. But I cannot say enough about the team here in Dalton United and what they've been able to navigate this year. I'm looking forward to seeing them work their way through the postseason and see what they're capable of, too.
Dalton United will face FC Birmingham. I got it right this time. Been looking at it all game long. It was wavering a little bit. I had a moment.
All these if-then equations. So, all right, so I'm going to move. Maddie's going to stay here.
Okay.
So, literally, we have the rundown
Yes.
here on a sheet of paper, all the if-thens that it possibly could be. So, trying to navigate it. The 3-6 we knew going in was going to be the Revs and Potros. And Maddie will be keeping an eye on that one this weekend if memory serves. The 4-5 North Georgia United hosting Vino Tinto Atlanta, and then you end up with Fountain City and FC Birmingham chasing the 1 and the 2. So once again, that's the if-thens and the handwriting that is far better than mine, because this is my handwriting, and I have to have things typed out so I can read my own handwriting. But really looking forward to the postseason, seeing how these two teams navigate the postseason. 2 stingy defenses, 2 standout keepers, and I think that with Kalonji Pro Profile, they're going to come at you in waves. They're going to try and score 9,000 goals on you if they have the chance. Dalton United, once again, it was 2 different styles, and I thought that was really interesting in the first 45 too. The physical nature and the thought pattern that you got to see from Kalonji Pro Profile, and the imagination that you get to see, and the speed from Dalton United. So really looking forward to seeing these 2 teams in the postseason and see how they handle things and try to work their way out of this region here in the UPSL.
On Saturday, 7 p.m. at Dalton. Dalton United host FC Birmingham here on ASMG. You can watch the match there. Myself and Jason Longshore will be on the call for that one. Then Sunday, we're back here at Shiloh High School. Kalonji Pro Profile versus Fountain City. Number 1 versus number 8 at 7 p.m. as well. Myself and Jason Longshore will also be on the call, and you can watch all those matches here on ASMG. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you're tuning in. Have notifications set for those 2 matches. So for myself, for John Nelson, for Andre, for Lawrence, thank you so much again for everyone here in the broadcast room for getting everything ready tonight. And we'll see you guys here on Saturday at Dalton for Dalton versus FC Birmingham.